What's going on, YouTube? It's another day, another review. You know what I mean? I'm out here looking like Karl Malone, got this bushy beard, unkempt, looking crazy with hat on, but you know what I mean? No haircuts allowed yet. But listen, man, we got another review for you today. Like I mentioned, if you always check down, click on the video, you obviously know what it is. So this is the Air Jordan 6 Reflections of a Champion edition. Now, Jordan Brand does this not a lot, but they did it enough where the last two, and now this marks the third, that's 3 reviews in a row, we're talking about the commemoration of a singular shoe, right? So the first video that I gave you way back when it first dropped was a DMP6 video, and that is a commemorative shoe that marks the first championship that Michael Jordan won against the Lakers in 1991. Now, the shoe that shoe commemorated is the Air Jordan 6 Infrared. All right, so if you haven't seen that review, do me a favor, go back a couple of days, check that review out. Again, this is the Air Jordan 6. This is the genesis of it. This is where everything started, right? The shoe that I'm referring to is the Air Jordan 6 DMP. Now that DMP, again, is this particular one, and that shoe is just gold, representing the trophies and the accolades that Jordan won, and this is a representation of that in its championship form. Defining Moments Pack 6. There's an Jordan 11 that comes with that is the commemoration of the first title he won after his retirement was over and he came back and won again. I think he beat Barkley and the Suns at that time, if I'm not mistaken, or the Sonics. I think he beat the Sonics at that time. So this shoe came in a pack of 3, which commemorated his first, second, and third titles. Okay, so that means it commemorates the Jordan 6, the Jordan 7, and the Jordan 8. These shoes all came out simultaneously, and I want to say they all dropped on the same day last June. I could be mistaken. Now, you would think for a 6 that is infrared based that this shoe have sold, like crazy and flew up shelves, but unfortunately it did not. I love the shoe, but I get why the shoe didn't sell. I'm going to pick it up, put it in the camera, you'll see the shoe looks like it's been beat to all hell. But again, the introduction, this is the Air Jordan 6 Infrared Reflections of a Champion. Let's get that out of the way. So as you can see, this shoe does have 3M reflective material all over it. I do believe the camera is doing a pretty decent job of picking up the light hitting it and reflecting it back to the way it should look towards your eye. Now, of course, the camera's focusing in and out, but I'm trying to get this thing a little closer and you can see it. It's actually reflecting pretty decent. Now, part of the reason why I think this shoe didn't sell well initially was because it retailed for $225. And this is one of those ones where I actually did pay retail for it. I didn't pay resale, I did pay retail for it. I thought that by time, because this is, again, I had started collecting by this time. I thought, based on what I knew about the Infrared 6, that this shoe was going to sell like crazy and be sold out. So I went ahead and popped for it on the sneakers app, and thankfully I won. This is when I was hitting everything on sneakers, not so much anymore. But the shoe ended up sitting, and I think of all of them, this one probably sold the best, followed by the Cardinal 7 reflective and then Jordan 8 reflective. But this one sat for a pretty decent amount of time and it didn't sell out. So suffice it to say, I could have gotten this shoe for well under retail, but I'm not particularly upset about the decision I made. I still think the shoe is a dope shoe. The problem with the shoe is not so much that it's 3M and it reflects like you're a crossing guard. The problem is 3M reflective material creases like, bad words, it creases like crazy. I've worn this shoe anywhere from, I don't know, I'm gonna be generous, I'm gonna say 5 to 10 times. I'm gonna put this guy here, you can already see. I mean, here's creasing, here's creasing. This is a massive crease. Let me try to zoom in there, that's a little bit better. This is a massive crease along the backside, that's much better. Massive creasing on the backside, and the toe box looks like crap. I'm trying to get this guy in here. Look at that. You know what I mean? This is like right here too. Now this is a shoe that I didn't discover sole shields for or shoe shields for, at this time, but I just went to town, start wearing them. But I mean, I told you about how I feel about infrared. I think the infrared color is just a dope color, and I think Jordan Brand can do no wrong with that color most times. And it's reflective, especially the way the light is hitting, is making that infrared absolutely pop. I mean, look at that. That looks dope to me, man. I cannot complain about the way this shoe looks. So this shoe again came out in a pack, and it did have a special box with it that's down in the garage, which I'm not gonna go pull out right now. The both shoes came in, and they have the same look to them, nothing different. All of the hints on the infrared are the same as they appear on the Infrared 6. This one actually does have a Nike Air on the back. Now, I told you how I feel about the Nike Air and what that symbolizes to a lot of sneakerheads. And typically that would mean that this shoe would fly off. But I think if nothing else, it was the material on this that scared a lot of buyers away, especially for $225. So along with that, it did come with some kind of plaque here. Yeah, it came with a plaque, and I'll read it quickly. Reflections of a Champion. The Air Jordan 6, 7, and 8 are 3 of the most iconic silhouettes in the history of sneakers. This season, Jordan Brand celebrates each model by delivering premium reflective materials and detailed craftsmanship inspired by MJ's historic 1991 to 1993 championship run. 3 rings, 3 finals MVPs, 3 scoring titles. This instant classic will leave you saying, it's gotta be the shoes. Nice beat, sounds good, but everybody wasn't dancing to that. You know what I mean? And I can't blame for people feeling how they feel. I still think it's a dope shoe. I think it was worth the purchase, but sad as it is to say, I probably would have kept them on ice. Not that the shoe itself is worth anything, but if you're a person like Jumpman Bostic who has the basement, or you're a person like Perfect Pair who has a warehouse for a sneaker room, then this is something that you can put in the glass cases to commemorate not necessarily the shoe, but what the shoe stands for. Because chances are you've got a bunch of 6s anyway, you've got player exclusives and samples and all the other kind of stuff, and they are obviously going to trump the value of this one. But what they mean to the legacy, this is what this shoe stands for. So that's why I think it's a dope shoe. And so that's why in hindsight, I probably would have kept this one on ice and not worn it. I just don't think this is a shoe that looks better the more it's worn. You know what I mean? Sometimes you could wear like an Air Jordan 1 and the creasing gives a character, but not this guy. This one just makes it look like a used shoe. You know what I mean? I still do think it's a dope shoe though. It's just a shame that the material doesn't hold up. So for me personally, I would actually call this shoe out of 10, probably an 8, maybe an 8.25. I haven't really given quarter scores before, but an 8.25. I like this particular shoe. I think it means a whole lot. And again, just take an objective look at it. Try to hold it in focus. Take an objective look at the shoe. Look at the infrared. Look at how this thing pops and really pulls the infrared out, the 3M I'm talking about, along with that black and infrared. I think it's a dope shoe, man. Is it a must cop? No. I think it's a great addition to 6s. I think if you're like me or someone like me who has a lot of 6s and 6 is your favorite, it's a great piece to have, but it's not a must cop. But I do think you can get this for under retail at this point. So if you're feeling froggy and you like it and you just want to have a piece to add and show off, if anyone asks you about the reflective material of it, you have something to talk about. But it's not a must cop, unfortunately. As much as I like the shoe, I still think it's a high rank. I told you a Jordan 6 for me is going to start out somewhere at 7 or better, and especially when you got infrared on it, it's definitely going to climb up the charts. But not a must cop, man. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this video to a close. Do me a favor though, check out the On Feet. I did go ahead and throw it on feet for you guys. Put together a couple of selections that I have. It's the same shit. Same stuff over and over and over again, but you can just see how you have the option to wear it. And follow me on Instagram if you don't mind. Hit me at j_shoefanatic. Also, do me a favor, if you've made it this far and you're still sticking with me, channel slowly growing because of you guys. I appreciate the love and support. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, most importantly, subscribe, because you don't want to miss any more of my reviews, man. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss them. They're dope. I'm a dope guy. I'm a dope person to be around, a dope person to talk to. So hit that subscribe button, okay? You okay? Hit hit that subscribe button. And I appreciate you guys. Check the on feed. This has been J Shoe Fanatic, and I'm out of here, man. All right, peace out.
Perfect.